We are eclectic homeschoolers, so we use a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and it's a way to track your lessons. It is phenomenal. And welcome back to my channel. I'm Christi Riverton, and since it is the month of September, I thought I'd share with you, it's the beginning of the school year for our homeschooling, so I thought I'd share with you some of what we do in our homeschool and do a series of homeschool videos just for the month of September. So our first video that we're starting this series off with is going to be what our homeschool curriculum looks like, because we are eclectic homeschoolers, so we use a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and really get inventive with what our homeschool is all about. We've tried a lot of different things, from online school. My children were all public schooled except for my youngest before we did homeschooling. So we've tried a lot of different things, and what has worked best for us. We've tried Charlotte Mason, we've done online schooling, and what's worked best for us, and even after we had left it, we came back to it, was doing eclectic homeschooling. It fits our family the best. So today we're gonna do a video all about what our curriculum looks like. So I hope you enjoy the video. Don't forget to click that subscribe button and hit that bell so you never miss a notification. Our videos come out every single Sunday. Behind me you can see part of our homeschooling curriculum, and I'm going to start with my kindergartner, is using the EasyPeasy curriculum. I use EasyPeasy All-in-One Homeschool. I also use some of the EasyPeasy All-in-One High School. So something that's new this year with EasyPeasy is they have myepassignments.com, and it's a way to track your lessons. It is phenomenal, and she doesn't ask anything for it, but they do ask if you can to do at least a $15 annual donation for your whole family, which is super cheap for what you get, you guys. She gives you a way to put in and track all of the assignments that you want to give your kids. I don't use everything in the EasyPeasy schooling system, and you can customize it for your family. It is phenomenal, and I love it. I'm so excited that she came out with it. You can do each individual child. So for some of my kids, I use more EasyPeasy than others, and I use a little bit of EasyPeasy for all of them. So that's part of our eclectic homeschooling, and I'll get more into that. So let's start with Aspen, and he is my kindergartner this year. So for Aspen, we're going to primarily be using EasyPeasy. Now for him, she gives you an area on there that lets you know where you should have your child, because there's different levels. There's Getting Ready 1, there's Learn to Read, and Getting Ready 2. So last year we just kind of touched on Getting Ready 1. And we did it at a very slow pace. This year we're going to go more in depth with that. Then also for Aspen, something that we're doing is I use a lot of the Shel Silverstein books. We're doing that a lot this year for poetry. So he'll be joining his older brothers and sisters for that. And then any of our read-alongs that he wants to sit in with, we'll also do that. And then for him, we're going to use, and for all of my younger kids, I use the Children's Picture Bible to give them some of the Bible stories and let them learn some of their Bible history. Some of the other books that I have found I really like are these weekly reader books. And these ones, they have a whole bunch in the series. There's bees, goldfish, ants, dolphins, sea turtles, ladybugs, crocodiles, and butterflies. So we'll go more into depth with these books for him for science this year, and we'll do some theme studies all around these books that we study. The other thing that we're going to do for him for science are some of these books, and these are Let's Read and Find Out Science, and these are like a stage 2 book, and I totally think he's ready for them. So why are frogs wet? What makes a magnet? Let's go rock collecting. Sunshine makes the seasons. The moon seems to change. and what makes an ocean wave. And then I think I have another one that I'm missing here. What happens to a hamburger? So we'll study that. Those will be some themed units we'll use to really work with him on studying just why things do things, what happens with them. Some of the other books I'm going to use, and I actually found these at a thrift store. These are some of the National Geographic books. They're a little bit older, but I have this one, and it's Spring. What happens at the zoo? Exploring the seashore, baby birds and how they grow, ways animals sleep, creatures small and furry, raccoons, lion cubs growing up in the wild, and explore a spooky swamp. So that should cover lots and lots of questions for him this year, and we'll do some themed units on those for him. We may just take a week at a time and delve into them, or a couple weeks, just a few, and I haven't fully decided exactly how I want to do it yet. I think I'm going to look at how many weeks we have in the school year and then just chunk this series out and really work with him on these and do some themed studies. There's also things in EasyPeasy that'll teach him more about reading and stuff like that, and I have one other resource that I'm going to use with him this year, and that is this book. So this book is a guide to teaching beginning reading for teachers and parents. So this has lots and lots of reading games. So it's development of literacy. It talks about the best ways to deal by age range, breaking the code, finding out what your child knows. And it's lots of games, songs, things like that to really introduce reading to him, plus what he's going to be learning through EasyPeasy. So I think for him, this is a nice full curriculum. And then I have some hands-on things that we'll do as well. The other part of our kindergarten curriculum is to have a lot of hands-on things. So this is one of the things that I have for Aspen when we study the rocks. There's a rock kit, it's primary rock and mineral kit in here. So there's lots of different rocks, and we have a paper that we can identify what they are, and we can learn more in depth if he wants to. We'll also watch some videos. A lot of times I'll integrate videos that are geared towards kids for his age range. I'll use videos that are shorter, sweeter, and to the point. Things that are either animated or just have a lot of information in there and a lot of visuals that'll catch his attention. If it's not catching his attention, we put it to the side and we try something else. We'll do lots of drawings, like how to draw whatever it is we're working on, taking him out and discovering rocks. So while the weather's nice, we'll do some of these units that are going to need that. I also have for him a magnet set. So he'll get to kind of play with the magnets after we talk about them and learn what magnets do. We might do some experiments, some kid-geared experiments. The other thing I have for Aspen this year to teach him basic skills is a base 10 cubes. So these are 100 cubes, just 1 unit cubes to teach him a little bit about counting and math. We'll use other manipulatives, maybe some beans or Legos or things like that. I also have this for him, and he really likes this. And this is just a simple artist sketchbook. He likes to sketch with his big sister, Tierlin. They'll go outside and they'll sketch together. So having one of these for him, lots of construction paper at his age. I also have a basket of craft stuff. So it has egg cartons and glitter, sequins, little googly eyeballs, popsicle sticks, pipe cleaners. Lots of hands-on art supplies are really important for his age range because he's very much on the go. The other thing I have for him is just a bucket of crayons. He prefers to use markers though, so I do get the big multi-pack of Crayola markers, and I have not gotten my school supplies yet. I have to pick those up probably this weekend, so I may or may not do a homeschool supply haul. I have not decided yet. One of the other things I got, and I need to pick some more up, that Floam. These cards are designed to use the Floam to create your shapes and stuff like that and bring it to life. We also have some number cards, and then on the back side it has like 2 dinosaurs on there, so we're getting visuals of the numbers. There's lots of shapes on these. There's also letters, so we can do our letters this way. Another thing for teaching letters And for beginning reading, and he has a lot of his letters, but there's still some he needs to learn, is I just have a basic thing of wooden blocks. So we can put these together. This is how he learned to spell his name, and we sang a song because he has 5 letters in his name. So we used the song Bingo, like Bingo was his name, oh, and instead we changed it to There Was a Boy, his name was Aspen. And we used that to teach him how to spell his name, and then we started using this song along with the blocks and had him identify his letters that way. So that was one way he learned to spell his name, and we'll reinforce that again this year. I also have some blow-up globes so we can go outside and play and learn a little bit about geography, maybe touch, wherever we grab it, we learn what's there. I have flashcards for him as well that we're using this year. So these are Complete the Words. It's a puzzle. Aspen loves puzzles. And then we have Count and Match. So we'll utilize those this year. Lots of hands-on for him. Colors and shapes just to reinforce, see what he remembers. And if we don't need those anymore, then we'll just donate these or something. And then of course, learning more about our numbers. We've got some flashcards to kind of quiz that way, and some beginning words if he's ready for that. So I've got some Sesame Street, and you guys, I picked a lot of these up at the dollar store. The Complete the Word ones my mom gave me, but these were all from the dollar store, and they're really good quality. They work really well for him. We also have some watercolors, stuff like that we'll use this year. So lots and lots of hands-on is what I do with preschool and kindergartners. Lots of play, Lincoln Logs, stuff like that. So I will do a day in the life of what our school day looks like coming up once we start our school year. The other thing that I like to utilize is the library. So lots and lots of reading books. Now I have found that for Aspen's age, for my kindergartner's age, he doesn't necessarily like to sit still for a long period of time. And I think that's true for any child his age. So one of the things we tend to do is break up what he's learning throughout the day. I try to get the bulk of like our letter learning, our computer work done very early in the day for him. And then give him a break, let him play, do his thing, and when he's starting to get antsy as I'm trying to teach the other kids, then set him down with a learning activity or with a toy that we'll do together. I found the best time to get in some really in-depth reading, and not so much like these, because he'll sit down for these with school time, but we'll do that a little bit later on. But I have found for him that to do like our story reading before bed is the best time for him. That's what works the best for him. So that's a little bit of how I'm doing my kindergartner's curriculum. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to click that like button and subscribe if you're not already.